Hey, namaste, my angels. Welcome. I'm Tigra. This is Sacred Sagittarius, your Sagittarius channel here on YouTube, where I try to bring you the energies and messages from the cards to get us through this daily game that we call life. These are general messages for entertainment purposes only. Take what you will, what is meant for you is meant for you. Sometimes, messages can be fluid in time, it's past, present, or future. So take it as you will. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bring momentum to the channel to get other Saggies aware of the channel. Cause a blessing prayed for to allot for time. This is your June 2021 karmic reading. Let's see where the energies are regarding karma. And if you don't really know what karma is, take time to educate yourself on the principle of karma. There's some great content here on YouTube. A lot of spiritualist persons and gurus on here that have videos really explaining the depth of karma and how it originated and how it really pertains and works in our life. Okay, we first get people think they're a big waste of time and energy. Is not being spiritually protected by the divine at this time, and people are rejecting them and ghosting them now, like how they ghosted you. But the overall message, people are talking trash about them. So for my karma readings, currently I've been using two decks. One that I created, and many of you know I do make many decks, but I don't sell them. I use them only for my channel, and I do support a lot of other content creators and people outside of YouTube to get my other decks. So this deck is a particular deck dealing with karma, and we get people think they're a big waste of time and energy. So as they go along their journey, they are being found out to be the user, the abuser, the liar that they are. They reel people in with their charm, just like how they reeled you in initially. But a leopard doesn't change his spots. He can't, right? They're attached to him for life. So eventually their true colors and what they're really about and what they're not really about will show eventually. So people think they're a big waste of time and energy. They're moving past them real quick. Not everyone is going to get sucked into their web and get caught there for a great length of time, especially if you did. Some people know game right away and they know a loser, you know what I mean, or a narcissist when they see one and they're out. Others, like Saggy, we're more sympathetic, we're more compassionate, we try to be more loving, more understanding. We want to care for you, we can change you and mold you and make you better. We see all these beautiful rainbow of hope and entitlement for you, and we just see beautiful things in the stars for you, and we feel that we can help you be the best you, because that's what we do. Other people are like, nope, I'm not your mama, that's not my job. You got to be a grown man or woman on your own. Next, okay? So a lot of people don't have the time. They don't have the energy. They've already been through a lot with people in the past. And once they get one red flag, they're out. So people do think they're wasting big time and energy, and they're like, oh, on to the next one. So they're getting like a rejection. They're not as, I don't want to use the word vibrant, but they're not as attractive to people as they might have been back in the day. People are finding them out. It's a small world. Word gets around, especially if you post a lot of your information on social media. It gets around. So they're getting found out slowly. So their playing field is getting narrower and narrower as far as their victims that they can choose. We also get the card is not being spiritually protected by the divine at this time. This person has still not come to terms with spirituality or understanding that there's a higher being, a higher source that they have to regard and pay respect to, and the rules of life and divinity. They still haven't come to terms, with that. When they dated us or they married us or whatever the connection was with us romantically, we tried to bring them into that fold, but they just laughed it off. We're very spiritual. We're very true with our intentions when it comes to the divine, and they still just don't get it. So being that they still don't get it, the universe isn't really supporting a lot of the things that they're doing, especially because they're not doing the right things. So they're not protected by spirit at this time. So therefore, a lot of things are going to continue to go downward spiral for them. People are rejecting it and ghosting them now. Again, you started out with the fact that people think they're a big waste of time. Yeah, once people find them out that their talk is nothing but talk, there's no action, there's no real substance behind them, they're users, abusers, they're just there to get what they can get, they have a bad track record, a terrible history, people are not going to invest in them, they're not going to waste their time on them, they're not going to entertain them. So they will leave them and delete their number, block them, and keep it moving. So they're kind of getting back, in a sense, the same type of treatment that they've dished out to people after they've used them and gotten whatever they want from them. They change their number, they block the person, they talk badly about them, they, kind of embarrass them on social media. And, and that's one thing, like, when you break up with people, don't share your secrets, especially the intimate details or things that was said to you in confidence as a lover. Don't throw that in someone's face when you break up with them. And a lot of people, when they break up with you, this is what they do. So this is all the bad juju that they tend to pile up on them that comes back as karma in their lives. So people now they feel what it is now to be rejected. They're now seeing what it feels like to be ghosted, to have people not want to deal with you, to people just to want to keep you at a bay. People are talking about them, and they're not talking good things about them. They're talking trash. Like I said, they're used to the ones burning the relationships and putting the trash out there about their exes. But now all the things that they used to do, it's now coming back to them. They're getting a taste of their own medicine. So not only are people not dealing with them, when they do talk about them, just calling them for what they are, and it's nothing positive. Let's tap into my cards and see what other clarifiers we get with this. Don't act like the victim. You're the one that caused all the damage. They're going to have their pity party now because, again, they're reaping what they've sowed. You can only hurt people and be mean to people and use and abuse people and destroy people's lives and credibility and everything that they've worked for so long. Eventually, karma will raise her head and you will reap what you sowed. So they're going to act like they're victim, of course. Like, they can't understand why these things are happening to them, why are people ghosting them, or people are talking trash about them because, not because they've done anything wrong, of course, it's because, oh, they're jealous of me. They're not going to take the high road or the truthful road and acknowledge that people are disgusted with them and are talking about them because they're not a good person. They haven't done good things. They don't have a good track record. Their history of hurting and destroying people and lying to people and manipulating people speaks for itself. But as a narcissist and the type of controlling person that they are, with no soul, no spiritual bound or foundation, they are going to act like the victim to hope some little maiden will feel sorry for them yet again and pick them up like a wounded bird and heal them, and build them up until they're built up, and then they leave that person flat and dry again after they've used them for all their resources. So they're going to play victim, okay? And they're going to try to get as much sympathy as they can. They're not going to get it from people like yourself or the others who really know who they are, okay? No, they're going to look for new victims, new prey, new people who don't know who they are, new people who've never heard about them and might not be near the circles of peers and people who really know them for what they are. So they're looking for a whole new base. Even if they have to move out of state, they'll do that, trust me. Narcissists and people like this who have this type of behavior, when they're found out, especially if they're in a small city or state, they will physically get up and move if the heat is too hot. You know what I mean? If the ghosting and the trash talking and the vibes, upon them are just that heavy, they will move themselves out of that situation because they can't deal with it. No matter what you say or do, you can't run from karma. It's already found you. But look what the universe is saying. Yeah, Tigra, they can get up and move to another city or state, but that karma is still going to follow them because it's karma that they've earned. It's karma that they've put onto their lives. So no matter what they say or do, they can't run from it. Karma has already found them. Karma has found them the minute they committed the acts that they committed. So they think by moving and shifting around and getting new victims that they're going to avoid it, but they're not. You also get, you're both great. How am I supposed to decide? So yes, I enjoyed you both. A confession for many of them that they can't be attached, or they don't know how to be committed to one person. That if they have people in their lives who both give them what they need, they're going to be attracted to both of you. And they're saying this like, yeah, you know, if I have two people that love me and taking care of me, you want me to decide? Why should I give any of you up? You know, and some of them, this is the narcissist type of way of thinking. They will cheat on you and two-time you, you know, and have the third-party intervention and all this other stuff going on, you know, in your relationship, as long as you allow it, or as long as they think that you don't know about each other. As long as they can give both of you equal time and fool both of you and have both of you think that they love you, they will continue to cheat and continue to have multiple relationships on and with you, because they get everything that they need from these various relationships, and they're not willing to give it up. Why should they? Again, because they're not being found out. So they will say, yeah, I'm enjoying both of you. How do you want me to choose? Why should I choose? That's kind of like their selfish attitude. Why should I choose? I shouldn't have to choose. I should be able to enjoy both. The underlying message, then you wonder why your life is the way it is. And then this is the universe's response. Then you wonder why your life is the way how it is, because you're selfish. You can't entertain two partners at the same time, because you're not committed. You can't be committed to two people at the same time. It's either one or the other. And it's selfish of someone to think that they can. You're not being fair to the two people, and you're definitely not being fair to yourself. And then you wonder why your life has all this chaos, and why people are talking about you, and why people are trashing you and ghosting you, because they've dealt really nasty with people in the past. They've really been, how can I put it, they've just really been a bad partner. Nothing that they've done in any of their relationships were healthy. Nothing that they've done in any of their relationships contributed to the betterment of the relationship or the connection with the persons that they were involved with. If anything, they just leave a track record of broken hearts, broken promises, and ill wills. And then they just go on and start it all over again, like a vicious cycle. Let's see if we get some clarifiers with the tarot. Yeah. So, you know, we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, the Page of Cups, the Two Pentacles with the overall of the Eight of Cups. And, you know, what they've been doing and what they continue to do is they continue to take and keep and stockpile everything that they've gotten from each victim. And that's what many of us were. We were victims. They never really loved us. They never really cared for us. It was all about what they could get from us. You know, here they go again, looking for the next victim, looking for the one who can give them the most financial return and prosperity, and closing the doors behind anyone else who doesn't fall, you know, under that pattern or within that threshold. They're looking for big money. They're looking for big money. The bigger the money now, because the more that their circle of friends or their circle of women or men that they can attract because they're getting found out, the more higher the stakes that they're looking for. So they're really looking for that big payday. They need someone that can hold them down and really keep them circulating and floating until they can get to their next victim. You know, the messages are coming to them. They're hearing what other people are saying. You know, they might not feel good about it, but they don't really care. You know, like it might bother them for a second that they're being ghosted and people are talking trash about them and people are finding them out, but it's not changing them. It's not resonating with them. They're still doing what they're doing. They're learning how to balance with what they have until they can get more. So they're still constantly working, like, how can they get that next come up? How can they, you know, keep what they have now and still get more. Very greedy, very selfish, very self-sustaining in the sense that they want to sustain their lives with your money, your energy. And it's never enough. They will continue to keep searching until all their cups are full, until everything that they want and desire is where they want it in life. They want to have that extra nest egg as well. They're blocking, and they're feeling blocked as well. So not only are they being blocked by others who found them out, but they're also trying to block those people and anyone else. They don't want, they can't stop karma, but they do feel that they can stop physically, at least, or socially, those who talk about them, those who are trashing them, because they don't want to be disclosed. They don't want to be found out by their new victims, right? So they're trying to definitely block out that energy. They're going to make sure that they keep their new love interests very isolated from social media, very isolated from certain things, so that they don't find out. They're not going to have them too much around their friends, or they're going to be very selective of what type of friends or whom they have them around, where they take them. They're not going to take them to places where they used to take you. Yeah, some of them, I know they like to showboat at the beginning of a breakup. They like to show off and throw in your face that they're with someone new. But now that a lot of people are finding out how they kind of, do their stuff, they're not doing that anymore. So they're diverting from that. So they're really going to keep these new relationships more close to them and more hidden, because they don't, not because they're afraid to brag about it, that's the thing they want to do, but they're afraid that all this energy that's out there, all this karmic energy that's out there, is going to be brought to the attention of their new person. And they don't want that. They don't need that right now, because it's all about them getting their bag. So they're going to balance whatever they have to keep things going, so they can continue to grow and get whatever it is that they want for their own selfish gains. So they're going to block out as much as they can of what negative energy is out there. And they're going to also block you from getting to their new person to give them any ideas or any information about what they're doing. So the karmic energy for June is heavy for them. People are rejecting them. They're ghosting them. People think they're a big waste of time. They're not putting their energies upon them. So they're circling an arena of who is a bit. I mean, we live in a big world, so they're always going to find new victims. But as they find new victims, again, it's just compiling to the karma that they have. The karma will continue to follow them no matter where they go. And they're just still working towards getting the bag, They're still working towards getting the bag, and they're aware that karma is right on the heels of them. They're not comfortable with it, but they acknowledge that, there is a lot of bad energy out there, and they will continue to block it, to keep it from getting to their new victims, because they don't want their new victims or new lovers to find out, as we all have found out and others have found out throughout the months, the days, the years, what this person is really about. So eventually they are going to hit a wall. They are going to come crashing, because as the card said, you can't run from karma, and you wonder why your life is the way it is. How long are they going to keep running? That's the question. How long are they going to keep running and feel satisfied living a life not being on the up and up? Let's get one more final message. It's not like I haven't tried to change. For some reason, I just can't. So this is their attitude. Like, don't hate the player, hate the game. It's not like they haven't tried to change. For some reason they can't. And that could be very well be the case. But again, with that in mind, if you can't change, then karma will change you. You won't have to change on your own, but life will change this person, hopefully in time. And even if they don't change, karma will nip them in the bud eventually, to the point that they are going to really, really suffer. They're going to suffer beyond. Let me just pull a card here. I really feel that they're going to suffer Let me go back to this deck. I really feel that they're going to suffer beyond the loss of friendships, beyond the loss of people ghosting them and talking trash about them. Let me see how deep this loss can be. Wow, this is the loss. So this could be the next bad thing that happens to them. Okay? So, comment, let me know if the person that you feel this energy is towards or represents that was in your life, if these things are transpiring for them, and especially if this last possible action could happen for them. Okay, again, as part of the compiling karma that is building up and chasing them. They're trying to run away from karma, but they don't understand karma is going to follow them no matter where they're at. And the more they keep doing wrong instead of trying to twist it around and do right, the more karma, the more stuff that they're building up against them to really set them in line and to put them to a halt eventually. So it's better that they try to change if they can, or at least deal with the karma that they have now and try to at least gain the lesson from it and stop and change their ways. Because if they continue, they are just filling up the cup of all the things that karma has to deal with and repay them for. And these are not good repayments. These are things of loss. These are things of sadness, of termination, of endings, and really in crucial areas in life where it is going to hurt and devastate them. So let's pray that the karmic lesson, that a hint of spirituality or some truth can hit their souls and awaken them. Because karma is doing her thing, and she will continue to, and you can't run from her, no matter what city or state. Whether you're asleep or woke, it will find you. Have a great June, and I'll be back July. Bye.